This video is sponsored by Webull. However, all the opinions expressed in this video are how I truly feel about the app. So in 2018, I was on the hunt for an app where I was able to track my holdings, I was able to watch stocks I wanted to buy, and I wanted something that kind of made it very easy to use, had a good interface, and just worked well. So I came across this free app in the Google Play Store called Webull. So I installed it, gave it a shot, and these are a few features that it offered which enticed me initially. So one of the biggest things was that it first offered a widget to quickly scroll over my holdings from my home screen itself. I didn't have to open up the app to do so. It offered a simulated trading option, and in the app it's actually called paper trading, where you can actually go in and put fake money in there, which kind of mimics your actual portfolio, and you can see how much you're up or down a certain position. It showed me information pre and post market. That means from 4 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, before the market opened, and after the market closed from 4:30 p.m. to around 8 p.m. I can still track the stocks that I want to. It gave me great insight on all of my stocks and stocks that I'm watching, including news about the stock, inflow, outflow in the stock, and of course the stock price, the charts for the day, and all that kind of stuff. And above all, the most important thing was that it worked well, it was responsive, and it was exactly what I was looking for. Well, about a week ago, Webull actually reached out to me and asked if I was interested in reviewing their new version 5 of the app, which they're slowly rolling out to all their users. And I was more than happy to do so because as a user of their application for a little while now, not sponsored by them previously, I thought I could give a good unbiased opinion about my views on the app itself. So anyways, let's get into the meat of the video here. So first off, if you're not familiar with Webull, you can see on the screen here that kind of summarizing what this app does. You get real-time market data in real time for free. You get real-time financial news from outlets like Bloomberg and Reuters. You can see analyst ratings on your favorite stocks. You can set alerts for your favorite stocks. You can see a detailed financial calendar for things like earnings and dividend dates for any stocks that you hold or stocks that you're interested in. And finally, you have the ability to paper trade, like I mentioned, with a free trading simulator to build investing experience without really risking any real money. Now, something that Webull also offers apart from just this app, which lets you kind of track stocks, is that they're a full-fledged broker and they offer you the ability to trade stocks commission-free. And if you guys are interested in signing up for Webull, again, commission-free, there is a link in the description below for my referral link which they provided me. And if you sign up using that link, you'll get a stock absolutely free when you make an account with them. Now, as an added bonus, if you deposit at least $100 in your first deposit, they'll give you an additional second free stock. So at this point, if you're going to deposit at least $100, you're going to get 2 free stocks, which is a great added bonus that most other brokers don't even offer. And what I love about this is that because there are no startup costs, there's no commission costs, there's no opening up an account costs, you can get started with literally as much money as you have, whether that's just a few bucks lying around, a few $100s lying around, or a few $1,000s lying around. And there's no restriction based on your account size. I love that they're enabling this because this encourages younger investors to get involved in the stock market and learn about the stock market at a much earlier age. But anyways, now moving along, let's talk about what's new in version 5 and what really impressed me and what I think you guys are gonna love in version 5. So what I think we really need to do this app justice in version 5 is talk about the user interface, which is a brand new interface. So if you've been using their app for a while, when you get version 5, you'll notice right off the bat that it's a much more polished application. Your stocks are going to be displayed with the ticker symbol on the left-hand side, the whole name of the company below that, and then beside that to the right, you're going to see a snapshot of the daily view of the stocks chart. So right from a glance, you can kind of view how all of your stock charts are doing throughout the day just by scrolling through. Also, of course, on the far right is the performance of each stock for the day, and this can also be sorted by performance, like percentage change in the day, performance by dollar amount change in the day, the largest or smallest market cap of the stock, or the largest or smallest dollar value of the stock. Also, if you pull down on the screen, it'll show you the highlights of how the markets are doing during that day as well. You can customize this depending on where you live or what markets you're interested in seeing, but by default they show you the main US markets, which is what the media follows as well. Now, in my opinion, this new look is very intuitive, very simple to use, much more professional, and is just a huge improvement over the previous app where it looks a lot more polished, and frankly, you just want to spend more time within the app. What you can also do is go in like before and create some simulated holdings here using the paper trading option, which lets you see how your portfolio is distributed, and you can kind of track your performance here as well as time goes on. Now also something that I mentioned earlier is that you can have a widget. I mean, you still have that option here in version 5. It still looks fairly similar to what the widget looked like before, so you're gonna get a nice quick overview of your stocks with its performance during the day at a quick glance, as long as you have the widget on your home screen. Now moving along, you'll see when you click on a particular stock, the information displayed is also slightly different here in version 5. First thing you'll notice is that when looking at Facebook, for example, one of my favorite stocks, at the top you'll get a quick summary of things like the open price, market cap, and volume. Then below that you'll see the actual charts. Here you can do different sorts of things, different sorts of time periods, 1 day, 1 month, look at the pre-market. You can also change the type of chart from a regular line chart to an area chart to a candle chart, for example, with things like moving averages displayed as well. And if that's not enough for you, you can actually expand the chart to be a full screen chart and see things like more advanced technical analysis tools. So things like your MACD, your Bollinger Bands, RSI, or other indicators as well. So in my opinion, this is a very powerful tool offered by Webull because not many apps out there give you as much functionality in an application to do technical analysis. I know a lot of my subscribers love technical analysis, follow technical analysis, and using this app, you can download it for free and use it for technical analysis as well. You can even draw things like your support and resistance lines and pretty much anything you can do on a typical desktop or browser-based platform that lets you do technical analysis. So it's really cool to see how they've implemented something that's so powerful in a very simple, easy to use, and user-intuitive application. Comparing charts is also something new that I've noticed and that I haven't personally used before. So you can see here we have Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft compared, and you can compare the performance here for up to 3 stocks and see their performance on different time periods. This makes it very easy for you to see how a stock has been doing over a certain time period, how maybe their competitors are doing over a certain time period, and it's just another tool to help you make your investment decisions. So clearly there's a lot of tools and features that they've pushed into this version 5, and I haven't even gone over all of them yet. Underneath the charts, you'll see things like inflow and outflow information, and this gives you a rough idea of how much buying and selling there is in a particular stock. Now if we click on it, you'll see a more detailed view here, and you can view the last 5 days and kind of gauge how the market feels about a particular stock based on how money is moving within that stock. The next couple of things that have been revamped is the news section. It's a lot easier to access, and this pretty much pulls in news on articles related to that stock. And below that, you can get a glance of EPS as well, so an actual versus estimate comparison here. And this is of course based on what the company has reported, and by swiping to the right of this, you'll get more insight into things like analyst ratings. And then finally, the last thing here is when you toggle down between the different options and you see things like comments, dividend info, short interest, earnings, financial info, institutional holdings, and the last is a summary of the company itself. So like I said, there's a ton of information here on absolutely any stock out there in the stock market. And if you're brand new to investing, this is a perfect tool to go in there, get started, open up an account, fund it with however much you can, get that free stock, maybe 2 free stocks if you put in at least $100, and then just start researching companies, try to learn about companies, try to check the charts out, and just get involved in the stock market as early as you can, because the quicker you get all those mistakes out of the way, the better chance you have at being a more successful long-term investor. Now you can also do things like set notes on a stock, set price alerts, or even set the frequency of how often you want the chart to update. By default, it's in real time for free. They offer this absolutely for free. But if you find that it does drain your battery, I haven't experienced any of that personally on my phone. But if you do, you can always change that update interval to something that's less frequent. Another big feature which is unique and that they've introduced in this application here for version 5 is a market replay option. So this feature actually allows you to go to any stock that you want and simulate how it performed during the market trading day. This means that it'll actually go through minute by minute of how the stock moved throughout that trading day. And if you're using the app for trading, for example, you can actually test your theories and say, if you buy it at this point, does it dip after that? Does it go up after that? And I think it's perfect for back testing and actually seeing if theories or concepts or analysis that you think will work actually does work. It also makes it great to figure out what good entry points or exit points are in a certain stock, and it helps you make better investment decisions, in my opinion, especially if you're trying to pinpoint exactly where you want to enter or exit a certain stock at. And finally, a couple other things that actually relate to more users that are using the platform for the broker features, so actual trading on the platform. But we haven't really discussed that yet. But what's new in version 5 is that first you have something called quick trade function on charts. So you can very easily go and execute trades while customizing your charts. And the second is that you have more advanced order types that are now rolling out into the app. OTOCO, OTO, OCO, and other types of orders. So all in all, this is a very solid package here from Webull. And honestly, even if I wasn't sponsored, I would straight out tell you guys that this is the app that I personally use and I absolutely love using. I have recommended this to many friends. I have recommended this to anyone who asked me what app should I use. And I think that out there in the market, this is the best option that you have when it comes to an app that gives you pretty much everything that you need in the palm of your hand. And just remember, if you don't want to use their trading platform, you don't want to open up an account and fund it and trade on there, that's completely fine. You can still go to the Play Store or the App Store, download the app for absolutely free, which is what I have, and then you can go in there and still use the application for a bunch of the new features that I talked about today and educate yourself and help yourself become a more informed and more successful investor. Once again, guys, I really hope that you do check out the link in the description down below. It does support the channel as well. I really do appreciate you guys signing up for it. And I do want to thank Webull for supporting the channel as well. I wouldn't create this video if I didn't believe in their product, so that should speak for itself. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to drop a huge like down below. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.